The world had ended without fireworks. No booming explosions, no world-shaking meteor, no alien invasion. Instead, it unraveled quietly, like a thread pulled from a fragile fabric, leaving behind silence and dust. A virus, known only by its designation NV23, swept across the globe with merciless efficiency, reducing cities to ghost towns and humanity to scattered remnants. But NV23's lethality was not its most insidious quality. Survivors quickly discovered its cruel trick. Those infected, everyone eventually, were trapped in an endless loop of days. Each sunrise reset the clock. Memories remained, but every trace of the day before vanished. Food consumed was restocked, injuries healed, and even the dead returned. The world was a purgatorial simulation where the only constant was the reset. Yet the survivors endured, or more accurately, they adapted. Sam emerged from unconsciousness, as he had thousands of times before. The first seconds after the reset were always the same, a disorienting kaleidoscope of memories crashing into his awareness like waves. Each time, the dull realization followed. It's the same day. Again. The sky above was a palette of muted oranges and purples, the final moments of twilight giving way to night. He lay sprawled on the cracked asphalt of what had once been a bustling freeway. Around him, skeletal remains of cars stretched into the horizon, their rusted frames glinting in the dying light. The world was eerily still, save for the distant hum of wind. This time, something was different. As Sam's vision cleared, he noticed a faint, glowing symbol etched into the concrete beside him, a circle interwoven with jagged lines, pulsating faintly like a heartbeat. It hadn't been there before. The survivors had given names to the factions that had formed over the years. Some clung to remnants of civilization, attempting to impose order on a world that had none. Others gave in to the chaos, scavenging and warring like feral beasts. Sam walked a fine line between these extremes, a wanderer moving from one shattered settlement to another. The nearest hub was Red Haven, a makeshift sanctuary built atop the ruins of an old stadium. Towering walls of salvaged steel and concrete protected its inhabitants from the marauders who roamed the reset world. Sam's destination was clear. He had to show someone the glowing symbol. Perhaps the scholars of Red Haven, who studied the anomalies of the reset, could decipher its meaning. The road to Red Haven was perilous, littered with dangers that reset alongside the survivors. Packs of feral dogs roamed the highways, their eyes glowing unnaturally from prolonged exposure to the virus. But the strangest sights were the shards. Towering crystalline structures pierced the earth at random intervals, their translucent surfaces pulsing with an otherworldly light. The shards had begun appearing only months after the resets began, defying any explanation. Some survivors believed they were relics of a forgotten civilization. Others whispered that they were alien in origin. Sam reached the outskirts of Red Haven as the first stars pricked the sky. The gates loomed large, manned by guards who inspected him with suspicion before letting him pass. Inside, the stadium hummed with life. Makeshift stalls lined the concourse, offering bartered goods, canned food, handmade tools, even books salvaged from the old world. But Sam had no time for distractions. Deep within the stadium's labyrinthine corridors, Sam found Ira, the leader of Red Haven scholars. Her hair was streaked with gray, and her piercing eyes seemed to see straight through him. When Sam showed her the symbol, she froze, her expression unreadable. "It's begun," she murmured, tracing the symbol with trembling fingers. "What's begun?" Sam demanded. Ira gestured for him to follow. She led him to a chamber filled with relics and drawings, each depicting strange symbols and phenomena associated with the reset. Among them was the same glowing circle, scrawled onto parchment alongside cryptic notes. "We've theorized that the resets are part of a larger system," Ira explained. "A mechanism designed to preserve the remnants of this world. But these symbols? They're markers, signals. They've never appeared before today." Sam's mind raced. "And what does that mean?" Ira's gaze was grim. "It means the system is breaking down. The resets are failing." Ira's warning haunted Sam as he left Red Haven. She had insisted he stay, but the appearance of the symbol felt like a summons, an unspoken command to venture further. Armed with only a battered map and supplies, Sam set out to track down the shards. The first shard he encountered towered over the landscape like a frozen lightning strike. As he approached, the symbol on his map began to glow, matching the pulse of the shard. When he touched its surface, a surge of energy shot through him, and for a brief moment, the world seemed to splinter. Sam glimpsed fragments of another reality, a world where the virus had never spread, where cities thrived, and humanity remained whole. Then the vision collapsed, leaving him gasping for air. The shard had vanished, leaving behind only a faint shimmer in the air. As the sun rose on the next reset, Sam awoke with a strange certainty. The day felt different. The symbol was still etched into his memory, but the world seemed quieter, as if holding its breath. The shards were the key. Of that much he was certain. If he could find more, perhaps he could uncover the truth behind the resets. Perhaps he could break free of the endless loop. But the journey ahead was fraught with uncertainty. The shards were not random phenomena. They were part of something larger, something ancient, and Sam was no longer alone in seeking them.